Good morning, everyone. Oh, it's cold here. First, when I looked out earlier without the light, I thought, oh, it finally snowed. Nope, it didn't. But look at this. I hope y'all can see it. Oh, the sun's just coming over the mountain. This is what I found. Everything's covered in a soft layer of ice. You're gonna stay out? You coming back in? Coming back in. It's cold out there. I didn't even check what the temperature is. I know it's cold. All I need to know. Oh, hi, Bo. Isn't that pretty, though? Yeah, it's pretty. I got a fire going, take the chill out of the house. These guys went out at 4 o'clock this morning. Huh? I was a little worried letting them out, and I thought, 3 big dogs, come on now, if they can't handle themselves out there against whatever, then they ain't worth much, huh? Yes? Yeah, it's a good crew. I've been thinking, okay, and studying again, what we read yesterday, and on how strict everything was. All right, is everything really, truly recorded as was God's intention, God's point of view? I questioned that a little bit. Yet, when I see, again, why did I do that? I had to go in one more time. Last night? Was it last night? No, it was this morning. Oh, yeah, it was this morning. I was upstairs. I have YouTube on the TV, and I saw something. I'm going, oh, what is that? So someone else decided it was a good idea to kill 7 people somewhere. Now this time it was, okay, but it's... And it was interesting to see the politicians standing there, even the journalists, and I wondered, what's their true intention on reporting things like that? And, okay, now, what am I hearing? What the concerns and solutions are, right? And nobody seems to really tackle anything by the root. Yes? Yeah. And one thing is, when we decide we don't need to follow the laws of heaven anymore, the 10 Commandments, the Lord's Prayer, the family pledge, for example, then there is room for all kinds of things to start to happen. And we take it a step further. And then we take it a step further. And we take it another step further. And it seems like a lot of things that have been invented in the last couple hundred years are all to speed up things, right? Yes? Yeah. Faster way of getting things done. And they seem to be just as destructive, right? Because they're not kept in the realm that they should stay in. Things aren't kept where it would be still the right thing to do, the right way to handle a tool or a weapon, right? Yes? And I think that all the rules around the tabernacle, the ark, the covenant, and how God gave them specific instructions for everyone, for how it's built, what materials that were needed, then on how the people that were assigned to certain areas, how they had to prep themselves, this and that, and on how, if you didn't follow the rules, that's equal to death. Now again, did that mean physical death? Right? So I'm listening to this, then I'm looking at what's happening today all over the world in a way. Right? A friend just sent me a video from Kenya, where he has an orphanage. His name is Marcus Wameyo. Wameyo. If you want to go, and he has a Facebook page, and they have an orphanage, and they find children in the most awful circumstances. We don't know all the stories around why these children are abandoned, starving, not taken care of. But I guarantee you that there is always adults are involved. Right? Yes, then thank God there are some people like Marcus and his family who take these children in. And they pay basically for everything themselves. Yes, they're looking for, please help us out. Yes? Yeah. Why isn't Kenya? Kenya is not a poor state, a poor country in Africa. Why are they not helping? Why isn't the best possible facilities and care there for these children? Why not? Because what? People have stepped outside the laws of heaven. If you step outside the laws of heaven, things just go wrong. Anyway, I had to mention that. So there it is. So these things don't make me, the children, seeing the children, the way they find them, this makes me very sad. Makes me want to cry. That's not a laughing matter. Can't even put that in the sarcastic category. But people just getting killed by another person for, I don't know. You get half the story, you get a quarter of the story. And again, what does that do to people's heart to mind? And where does, again, the story, which direction does a story take then, rather than getting the whole story? Why already? We're not ready to say anything or to give to the people yet and what happened there. We need to have the whole story. Yes? But journalism doesn't work that way, does it? Yeah? Right. Okay. We're getting the whole story here, and nothing but the whole story, it seems like. It's interesting on how Spirit World guides me to certain things, and then because I'm doing this just about every day, right away it's gone, I had questions about that, and it wasn't quite clear, right? In my own heart to mind, in my own, where is my original mind recognizing what the root of the problem is, and why certain things are written down, and where I'm going, but I don't like that. That's not the God I know. And still it isn't, right? And yet, I think these are more lessons for us. It's a textbook teaching us, look, if you're not consistent, if you don't give 100% of your commitment, if you get married as a couple, and one of them already thinks, I'm going to say the vows, but things could, I hear that, we're going to get married, who knows what's going to happen down the road. Really? Wait a second. If a couple makes vows in front of God, in front of each other, shouldn't that be a lifetime commitment? 100% commitment? Yeah, right there. Can't do that. Can't do the simplest things anymore. All right, Exodus 31. The craftsmen for the sanctuary. Yahweh then spoke to Moses and said, look, I have singled out Bezalel, son of Uri, son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, and have filled him with the Spirit of God in wisdom, knowledge, and skill in every kind of craft, in designing and carrying out work in gold and silver and bronze, in cutting stones to be set, in wood carving, and in executing every kind of work. That is beautiful. This is what I know this to be true. I've lived long enough. I've seen people, what they're capable of, doing wonderful things, not destructive things. You can be really good at being very destructive with something and create destructive things, right? Yeah, that look good on the outside, but are just too destructive when you pull the trigger. Okay, said that. But what I found is that, see, I couldn't help myself there. But what I found is that every person has something that God, a talent, a gift gave to them, right? Yes, it's not always with your hands, or if it has something, or it has to do with your feet. It can be about speech. It can be about viewing something in a specific way, right? Doing things in specific ways. There's so many gifts and talents out there that God's gives to each child born. Yes? Anyway, here we go. This dude has done all kinds of, in executing every kind of work. Oh, ooh, I feel really good. Jack of all trades. And then, yep, I can. I'm not going to maybe, okay, this guy must have been really super good because, yeah. Oh. And to help him, I have given him Oholiab. 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 Hello, Oholiab. Oh, what a nice name. Oh, that sounds so interesting. Son of Ahisamach, of the tribe of Dan. Oh, there you go. Hey, the tribe of Dan, right? Dan, Daniela, Daniel, tribe of Dan. Well, I'm in one of the, kind of my namesake. Well, there's my, in one of the tribes of Israel. Oh, okay. Should I be proud of that? I don't know. Kind of feel it makes you feel good though. And have endowed the hearts of all the skilled men with the skill to make everything I have ordered you. Aha! Here goes the people now, the laborers. See? Yeah. He's got it all figured out. The tent of meeting, the ark of the testimony, the mercy seat above it, and all the furniture of the tent, the table and all its accessories, the pure lampstand and all its equipment, the altar of incense, the altar of burnt offerings, and all its accessories, the basin and its stand, the liturgical vestments, the sacred vestments for Aaron the priest, and the vestments for his sons for their priestly functions, the anointing oil and the fragrant incense for the sanctuary. They will do everything as I have ordered you. There it is. The Sabbath rest. Yahweh then said to Moses, speak to the Israelites and say, you will keep my Sabbaths properly, for this is a sign between myself and you for all your generations to come, so that you will know that it is I, Yahweh, who sanctify you. You will keep the Sabbath, then you will regard it as holy. Anyone who profanes it will be put to death. Oh, there you go. Again, was that meant as, I can't see that, God being, it's more of a absolute statement. Look, you got to make a commitment here and not stray. Right? Trying to bring you back to what the original truth of living on earth is. At that time, here we are. What's happening in the world? Anyone who does any work on that day will be outlawed from his people. Work must be done for 6 days, but the 7th day will be a day of complete rest, consecrated to Yahweh. See, now again, what if one of the women has a baby that day? Right. Yeah, see, I think, again, then we have to allow for, well, that's going to happen and needs to happen, and surely the baby and the mom won't be put to death going into labor, right? And then needing someone to help them, right? Yes? Okay. I happen to be born on a Sunday, so that's what I'm saying. On the 13th. All right. Anyone who works on the Sabbath, they will be put to death. The Israelites will keep the Sabbath, observing the Sabbath for all their generations to come. This is an eternal covenant. between myself and the Israelites, this is a sign forever. For in 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, but on the seventh day he rested and drew breath. I think that we need times to rest. I mean, really rest, where you can really just, okay, I need to appreciate what's going on out there. I just saw the tail of, hey, where are you at, Gus? And so that you can fill yourself again with the breath of God, right? Do so many things all week long, huh? That's a question, yeah. All right, how much breath have I just, the air that surrounds us, right? How much of it did I take in that I took in the proper way? Yes? Yeah. Right, boy? Yeah, he says, no clue what you're talking about. Yeah. So, anyway, again, the put to death. I'm just thinking, man, it was that necessary to let people know don't break these commandments. Don't follow orders. Just obey. Because God wanted to be the master of everything? No, because he knew this will guide you towards a peaceful nation. A nation where everyone cares about each other. Because you have a common what? Denominator amongst each other. That is me. God. Yahweh. Right? Yes? One can ask oneself, is that denominator really in my life? All the time. My life? All the time. All the time. All the time. Right? With whatever comes with it. Right? Hey. Keeps my mind clear too, then. Not easily influenced by others. The tablets of the law committed to Moses. When he had finished speaking to Moses on Mount Sinai, he gave him the 2 tablets of the testimony, tablets of stone inscribed by the finger of God. Whoa! I wonder how that happened. Oh! That's it. That's the end of 31. I was ready to read some more. That's a short one. When he had finished speaking to Moses on Mount Sinai, he gave him the 2 tablets of the testimony, tablets of stone inscribed by the finger of God. Absolute loss. That's what that means to me. Right? Absolute. Absolute. 10 items that are absolute. 10. The 3 commandments that should be so simple to understand. Yet, don't steal, don't kill, don't commit adultery. Do people really have to have these laws in their lives? I mean, you have to grow up with them. You don't know that you don't do that already automatically. Well, then people must be really hampered in their head. Yeah? Yes? Maybe they're not hampered in their head. They're hampered in their heart. Even if your heart's nowhere engaged. Right? Your mind, your conscience, right? Your original mind, of course, which comes from the heart too, should still tell you those are things you just don't do. Done. You don't do it. Anywho, I've mentioned this in videos before, especially over at the barn with certain things, right? And again, so I mentioned those 2 starving children. One was a boy, a sister and a brother. And they were literally just laying there. They couldn't even move. They were just laying ready to die. You could just tell they were dying. And, I'm thinking on how conflict, huh? Even if you are a drug lord out there or something like that, gross, okay, a human trafficker, there should be still something within you to care about children. All that money made, yeah, with things that people want. I get it. It's like, as I said so many times, if people didn't want it, it wouldn't exist. But with children, you let one thing go in the adult world, one thing. Well, this was a necessary abortion, so suddenly every woman wants to have one if they're not happy that they're pregnant. Nothing wrong with them with the baby. Right? Yeah? Or men, it's like, well, I'm not ready to be a father. You need to go and get rid of that. Yeah? That's the next step. Then the next step. All right, so you do it early enough. Now suddenly we have women who are out there that, well, I know I'm 8 months pregnant, 7 months pregnant. Baby could live already now, but I don't want it anymore. Now you get to kill and abort a child that would already be able to survive outside of the womb. Then it went a step further. If the child is born and lives, they'll watch it die. Wow, that's amazing. Horrifically amazing. There's more. There's more. Anytime it comes to something where people suddenly need some leeway, right? Well, but we're just doing this for the good. Every time that something that would be good though for a particular, right? Maybe a rare instance, like a baby being born on a Sunday, the Sabbath day or Saturday. Some people have Saturday as the Sabbath. Right? Well, some people have it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, right? What did I say? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whenever their day off is. Their days off are, right? Yes? Yeah, well, what you gonna do? There are people who have to work on the Sabbath, if you like it or not. That's nice when people can actually, follow the rules 100%, this and that, but then don't point fingers at the ones that still have to, right? And have their Sabbath day, right? Work 6 days, rest on the 7th. Yes? All right. Doesn't mention Sunday or Saturday in there. But anyway, we made kind of, again, a little guidance. That's fine. Just don't point the finger then. Okay. Oh, what about all the other stuff? No. As I said, there are some circumstances. Every once in a while, one has to make an exception for something. Right? But it should never become the norm. Just so then that one can live life out there and others suffer greatly for it. Greatly. And when it comes to children, yes, in a way, the covenant made with the Israelites, that God made with the Israelites, it's kind of a form of government too, isn't it? Yes? Where you stay strict with yourself, where you obey. And when you do that, I would say if you do that, first of all, your heart to mind stays clear on what is right and wrong. And the other thing is, one would say, you wouldn't walk past a dying person, would you? Well, anyway, there it is. But what can I say? things have just escalated to a point where you're not going to stop it by taking things away from the people. You got to start at the root. And maybe we need to go back into the Old Testament a little bit. And remember what, to this day, our commitments are to God. Maybe? Yes. Well, anyway, it's what it is. I'm here by myself for 3 days, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Oh, I love it. I love, 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 love it. All I hear is my voice. Okay, all right. What a gorgeous. The sun's just coming now more and more, and it's shining into these glazed trees. I have a glazed morning. Everything's glazed with white crystals. Beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to have to get in contact with that. I'm trying to figure out how to do that the best way with that Kenyan president, so that Marcus Wameo can get some help with his children. They've got 52, 54 children right now that they're taking care of. People so worried about getting their next gun or whatever. I wish they would put that money towards feeding a child. I fed a lot of people in my life for free. Always for free. Made me sad. Made me very sad. Okay. Gotta pray about it. That's what my sissy says. Nancy, sissy, says. I'll pray about it, and I'll find a way into the heart of the Kenyan government. It's one place, right? Yes? Well, that's what I can do right now. That's what came my way. That's what I'm praying about. That's what I'm figuring out what to do there the best way. Yes? Might do nothing at all, but I'm going to give it a try anyway, right? Yeah. All right. God's love and blessings always. May He protect you, and I will talk to you all another time.